Channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at another product here. It's another rinseless wash. This is Flex Hybrid Wash from Drive Auto Appearance. This was sent to me and I want to just showcase it on the channel. I've used it a couple times already, actually more than a couple times, and I will mention it's a good product. You can see how much I've used already. This is a let me just kind of look at this. I believe it's a polymer and surfactant based rinseless wash. We'll kind of just look at it here. Flex Hybrid Wash bridges the gap between a traditional foaming wash soap and a rinse-free wash option. Flex Hybrid Wash utilizes advanced lubricated polymer agents along with powerful surface cleansing surfactants to offer professional and DIY detailers safe, flexible options for the wash process. Flex Hybrid Wash is a fantastic solution for cleaning and shining all automotive surfaces. So there you go. It's got a combination of both polymers and surfactants in there. And we'll just get right to it here. So price, it's $60.99 currently as of 2023 for 16 ounces. You know, you can always buy bigger bottles here. If you want to buy the gallon will set you back $60, 60 US dollars. And here's all the dilution ratios for you. As a rinseless wash, it's 256:1. As a foaming rinseless wash or an exterior pre-treatment, 20:1. Waterless wash and spray detailer, 20:1. Interior hard surface cleaner, 20:1. Glass cleaner, 20:1. Pressure washer and foam cannon, no dilution. So if you want to use it as a foaming rinseless wash or an exterior pre-treatment, you are going to need a foaming pump sprayer, which I have over there, and I filled that one up with it's not exactly 20:1, it's just shy of 20:1. We'll see how that performs with the amount of foam in there, and then I'm going to mix in the bucket traditional rinseless at 256:1. So let's just get right to that. I'm going to go ahead and pour some out in here just to take it over there. I put this little seal here, kind of got wet and doesn't stay in its place. There is no strong scent to this. You know, it doesn't have a horrible scent, doesn't have a good scent, just kind of neutral for me, which it's not a big deal for me. So I'm actually going to put 45 milliliters of product because I have 3 gallons of water in the bucket. And you get this nice little purple color, which looks cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. We're gonna mix this up, and you can tell there's surfactants in there because it does. You do get the little foaming action. It's probably a little windy here at the moment. The breeze coming through. I'm gonna get my pre-spray here, and we're gonna fill this guy. That's a good amount of product in there. And you're just going to pump this. I'm going to be washing the Impala right now with this because it did drizzle during the week. Unexpected here in the summer. Some pumping for there. And so it kind of got the cars a little dirty here. So I'm going to use 2 sponges here. I'm going to use the yellow one for demonstration purposes because I know people freak out when you use the black sponge. They're like, oh, it's kind of silly using a black sponge because you don't see any dirt on there. It's like, well, okay, whatever. So we'll just kind of just showcase the yellow one. I'm going to use both anyway. So I'm going to take that with me. I'm going to take my drying towel with me. And let's just get right to it. So I'm going to do this front clip here. You can see how dirty this is from the drizzle here. Kind of just left a mess here. So I am working in direct sunlight. It's about 78 degrees. It's not humid today, thank goodness. It's been humid lately. There's actually a little bit of a breeze. So I'm going to do this entire front clip on camera. And you can see that it does have polymers in there because it does tend to bead up on the paint. Just add a little bit more on the surface here. So just squeeze some of that out, and we'll just go ahead and take some out. I actually had a little bit excess in the sponge, so you can see it cleans up pretty darn good. Now if you have caked on stuff, it's not going to take it off. So you can see my sponge is relatively clean. In here, if I go to the bottom there, it's probably going to pick up some stuff. There's a bug gut in there. Okay, so you can see my sponge is relatively clean. And take the other sponge. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, we're going to dump that in there. We're just going to go ahead and dry this off. Now, I'm not using any toppers today. Just going to dry off the solution. You don't need a topper with a rinseless wash. Let's get this little schmutz here. So as I mentioned, you don't need a rinseless topper with a rinseless wash, because the rinseless wash has enough protection in it to protect the paint from, you know, marring while you're drying. But if you want to incorporate one, go ahead. All you're doing is adding a little bit more fun to the wash process. Great, so that's it. So if you have these little leftover caked on things, they're loose. So just take them off the paint there. Okay, so there's a couple here. And we're done. So now that's just using it the regular rinseless wash way. I'm going to show you the foaming version here. And I don't think I put any in here. I did. I have some in my wheel bucket. Normally what I end up doing is I wash the paint first, then I transfer that solution into my wheel bucket. So I'll take a couple towels here. I'm going to dry the surface here with this. So I'm going to show you the way I'm going to wash a wheel with the foaming pump sprayer. It's Ladybug. It's actually some pretty good foam off there. That in there. That in there. That in there. Actually, what I wanted to do is strip off this tire dressing, transition over to a different one. This is just all-purpose cleaner. Normally what I would do is I would just use the regular pump spray version just to rinse everything off. Okay, so you can see it foam pretty well on there with just 1 ounce in here. So I'll just take my brush. This is just a wheel woolly. Take my wash mitt. Just take my wash mitt like that. Clean that. And clean the lug nuts, and then I'm done rinseless washing the wheels and tires here. I just wanted to showcase that it does foam, plenty of lubricity on the surface. Actually, I think this towel is pretty much toast because I think it's just pushing water around. Okay, and I'll just take my towel and shove it in between the wheels and the barrel so I can dry out the barrel here. I'm gonna go grab another towel because this is not picking up water anymore. Don't worry, it's just a Costco towel. Okay. See if this one has enough life left on it to just kind of pick up the residue. Yeah. So, I mean, that's all there is to rinseless washing. I want to showcase both the regular rinseless version and then the foaming rinseless version for the Flex Hybrid wash. Let me go ahead and finish washing this, and yeah, it just leaves a, you know, we'll talk final thoughts when I come back. So I just want to give you a quick idea of how it foams out of a foaming pump sprayer, and then also just a traditional wash method. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this out. We'll come back and we'll do final thoughts on the car. Final thoughts on Flex Hybrid wash from Drive Out Appearance. I had to close the garage door. It was just too loud outside, and I couldn't hear myself think here to get my thoughts straight here. But first off, I want to give a shout out to Cam. I want to thank him for his service in the military. It's what makes my job a satisfaction in the aerospace industry to support our troops. So let's get to the product here. So you saw how well it foamed in a pump sprayer, and a foaming pump sprayer, and it foams really well. So if you need to do a pre-spray of anything, like for wheels or paint, if you have heavier dirt and grime, just go ahead and foam, you know, do a foaming pump sprayer. Or if you have a foam cannon, you can just use it undiluted, and you'll be perfectly fine to get some foam on there. Let it start breaking and emulsifying some of the dirt down. And as a rinseless wash, this worked really well. Has good cleanability, good lubricity, and it dries to a streak-free finish. And I was using it outside in direct sun. I thought I was going to get streaking on the glass, but it dried streak-free. So if you're working out in the sun, you're going to want to shrink your work area down and just work panel by panel. I know it's going to take a bit longer rather than doing like half the car, but you know, that's the price you pay for working outside in direct sun. So overall, it's a very good product. Definitely go pick some up and give this a shot, because this is really good. So I want to thank Cam once again for her services, and again, go give this a shot. This is a real good product. Definitely recommend it. It competes with some of the best products, if not outperforms some of the best products out in the market. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and take care.